What's up? What's up, everybody? Hello. 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 How's everybody doing? Hello. Hello. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? What's up? What's up? What's up? Gonna send over the link to Rosie and Holly, because they're gonna be coming on. How's everybody doing? Listen, just gonna say real quick, guys, if you want to help out the channel, please do. If you don't know, you can join and become a member. All you gotta do is check out the join page. There's a couple different tiers. There's a $2 tier, $2 a month. Silver is $8 a month, and gold at is that, I was gonna say $12, $13 a month? Did it change? I don't know. But anyways, you can help support the channel this way, and you get cool emojis in that you can use in the chat, and you get these little crowns next to your name. If you guys just want to donate, feel free. Links in the description. We get text-to-speech and media on. Hold on, let me send Holly and Rosie the link. Give me 2 seconds. How's everybody doing today, though? Everybody doing good? All right. Alright, links are sent. So yeah, alright, today Rosie is gonna be on, Holly's gonna be on. It's gonna be good. Good stream. Gonna have a nice hangout, gonna talk about some bullshit. It's gonna be fun. How's everybody doing today? Like up this stream, everybody. Yeah, so fucking look, like Elvis is really out here talking a lot of shit. He really is. He's out here talking a lot of shit. About Rosie, about me, about he's out here. He's talking a lot of shit. I mean, look at his last live stream he was in. Look what he was saying. Look the type of shit he was saying. Hold on. The type of shit he was saying. Ridiculous. Hold on. What the hell is it? Is this it or is this it? Is this the right one? I think this is the wrong one. All right, let me get to the right one. Let me get to the right one. What's up, Cinnamon? What's up? What's up? How you doing? How are you? Why is this not loading? Like, what is this? I hate Facebook. I really do. I'm just waiting for this to load, guys. I'm sorry about that. This should have been loaded already. I don't know why it's taking this long. Like, genuinely taking a while. You guys are doing good? Good. Good to know. Oh, shit. I forgot. We listen, guys. We, still sponsored by, Rogue. If you guys want to get yourself some, check out the link in the description for Rogue Energy. Definitely check that out. God damn. Why is this taking so long to load? Like, what is this? Like, what is this crap? I don't understand this. I really don't. Holly, are you coming? I sent you a link to the email. I sent it to your email. All right. All right, no one's here yet. This is taking forever to load. Why? Is it because I have Hangouts open? Is that why? Is that what it is? All right, whatever. Rosie, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, CJ?
Bro, I was gonna play a clip of what Elvis had to say about it, about us or you in general, but it really doesn't matter, honestly. So whatever. How are you doing? What's going on? What's new?
Good, good. Just doing good. Just getting ready for a couple of guys are going to be coming over, spending a few days here on the rancho. So I'm excited about that and
Oh,
just prepping for that. They'll be here this evening. So there's always something going on. And,
yeah,
like I
yeah,
was telling you, texting you, I'm a little nervous about what's going on with the virus and stuff right now as
yeah.
far as travel is.
Yeah, well, Holly's gonna be on in a second. We're gonna talk more about that. But yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Like, the page you sent me where it says like they added like California and Rhode Island to that list of people, like to list where they're just gonna screw us. You know what I mean? Where we'd be stuck there. So
Yeah.
we would be stuck there if we go. I mean, it's unfortunate. It really is. I don't know. So I think the best bet is for us to push off the streamer house for a little bit, which is unfortunate. But I mean, in all seriousness, like what they say too, that if we don't abide by it, they'd fine us like 2,000. I looked into a little further. I looked into a little further after we talked. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
They want to put an ankle bracelet on your monitor if you don't quarantine for 2 weeks out of California. Like you remember CJ when they put the Rhode Island state troopers were keeping people out for a while from New York. Remember that they had troopers at the borders keeping people out from New York. So weird stuff happens.
Yeah.
So better to be safe because we can always do it. I always have the ability to travel. I'm just going to be traveling within California and Nevada here until things clear up because that's a long way to come to be caught somewhere. Suppose they close Indiana or something like that. Then I'm kind of screwed. So
Yeah. What's up, Holly? You here?
Yeah, I'm here.
We were just we were just talking about the streamer house and what's up. I looked further into it after I spoke to after I spoke to you, Rosie. I looked it up more and it did say that they were giving out like $2,000 fines to people who broke it.
I don't even understand what the quarantine entails. I know in certain places because they weren't really, so in upstate they weren't really enforcing it, like it wasn't a huge deal, except that, and I just sent CJ a news article. So I think they had hotels set up or something, so it's not even like you could quarantine here, which is what I originally thought. Originally upstate, because we didn't have any issues up here really, the infection rate was less than 1%. So you could actually visit family and quarantine with family, and you guys would have been fine at my house, except that I just sent CJ an article yesterday. There's a convalescent home literally a mile from my house. It's on the campus of the hospital and even my doctor's offices. My stepmother was just there for chemotherapy treatment yesterday.
Wow.
There's an outbreak. So 70 of the patients have it and 16 of the staff have it. And
it's bad.
It's bad.
I saw in the news. I saw in the news that it said that this is like the worst week.
I kept thinking to myself, I probably had a very mild when D was in Las Vegas in March. I think he was one of the earliest people, and he was kind of sick as a dog. And I only had a really mild touch when I got back here after they shut Las Vegas down March 17th. I came home, and I felt a little funky for a day or two. But I thought to myself, Holly already has compromised she goes through a lot of medical stuff, and I wouldn't want to bring in something right now I know she's tough as nails, but I don't want anything to happen.
Yeah, nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants that.
So with the tracing that they started in New York, they started in New York State first. So a lot of us, because it was so rampant, like in the first couple months, a lot of us were on the presumptive positive list. My father and I were both on it, because my stepmother got real sick and one of her nurses. Anyway, we ended up, it doesn't even matter now because the strain has mutated. So even if I had it, I wouldn't even have the antibodies now anyway. You know what I mean? Because not only is it mutated, but it's like one of the worst viruses as far as the antibodies staying in your body.
Yeah.
There's people that have been infected multiple times. This is a nightmare, man.
Yeah, it's like I looked up online and they said that this is like the worst week since like for COVID, like all together throughout the whole country. So
Yeah, freaky.
Yeah,
You know?
it's like it looks like it's definitely coming back in a big way.
You know, because me, I don't usually give a flying F, you know. I mean, I'll just fly into the face of that stuff, but it's not just me. I got to think about other people.
Well,
Well,
I mean, we can always push it back. We can always push it back, too. I mean, you know.
And I'm willing to come whenever it's rescheduled. I'll be there. Guaranteed. I'll be there.
I mean, the whole thing, too, like it's weird that this just happened in my town. My town is very small. Like, the actual village only has, like, 5,000 people. But the fact that those staff members were out at, like, the stores, they're already starting to say things like, if you went through the drive-thru at Burger King on Saturday, you have to get a test. You know what I mean? So I'm just waiting for them. I've been all over this week on, you know, like I did my bottle and can chooch, but I've been to like stores and shit. I'm just waiting. You know, there's only like 3 stores in my tiny little town. So they're also talking about the town council is meeting. They might lock it down for 2 weeks to 30 days.
Oh, really?
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I did a video.
Then we'd really be screwed. That literally just. So CJ, I sent you the article. You saw it, right?
Yeah. Jesus.
So I'm fucking hiding out, man. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
That's why I did a video this morning suggesting people do another round of prepping before they, you know, you could see a bigger shutdown.
That's probably a smart idea right now, honestly. But yeah, it sucks, man. It really does. I really wanted to do that. I was all excited for it, so that sucks, man. It's all right. We'll figure it out, though. You know what I mean? We'll figure it out.
It'll happen.
Anyways.
Well, I didn't know about the fine thing, and then, like I said, I mean, even if you were like, this is what I thought. Okay, so I thought the way that they were doing it for upstate, which had different rules than New York City, but now that it's spiking, they're changing that. So I was thinking you just quarantine just meant you could have gatherings of up to 8 to 10 people. So I thought, okay, you'd be here, it'd be no big deal. Whatever. But now it's like, what, you'd have to stay in a hotel.
Well, you can imagine rolling around with a California license plate. It's like
right.
That's actually a fair point. You know what I mean? Fair point.
It's a bullseye. It's a bullseye.
Yeah, right.
Kind of into a corner here. So I mean, I'm super disappointed. I know everybody's going to be so disappointed.
Well, this is like the second time we've had to push it back now because of COVID. You know.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
I mean.
But let's beat this thing, then we don't have to worry about anything. You know what I'm saying?
Bunny Boo made a good point, though. I mean, just gives you more time to get more money raised. That's true. I think what I'm gonna do too is I think I'm gonna do something here at like my place just to make up for like not going anyways. Just like maybe do like a 24-hour stream or something like that. Something like that. I think I'm gonna try to do something that's like fun. Try to do something fun we can all do. You know what I mean? Screw it. Try to do something.
That would be awesome. I would definitely support that.
Yeah, we could do something online, the 3 of us. I mean, we don't have to I'm sorry, you guys, my phone's ringing. Can you give me a second?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I would definitely be down. I would definitely be down with that. Marathon stream or something like that. To pop on and off would be great.
I mean, yeah, we could do something like that. I mean, we could do something where we do like some marathon type of thing. I think that's not a bad idea. I think it's a good idea for real. Shit. So make sure you guys like up this stream and I feel bad and subscribe if you're new. Everything like that. So let's get to Elbow now. Like so he keeps mentioning you on his panel. I'm sorry, not his panels, on his like lives and stuff. But I think I know what it is. I think it's because his numbers are so low that he can't help it, like he's doing anything he can to get like channels like myself or Pokendoyle to like mention him,
Exactly.
I think he's trying his hardest, I think he really wants people to talk about him.
Exactly. That's why yesterday I just dropped the curtain on it on my own channel and just decided the only thing he's trying to do is build relevancy on social media on another platform. So I just decided I had my say, and I'm happy to come on other people's panels like yours. You're a friend of mine, and talk about it and things like that. I think now it's just the shockwaves are hitting of having to be a productive person in society and have to go through the drill of getting up, getting out, going to work, and coming home tired. And now it's getting cold in Chicago. So he's become the ultimate, what we call window licker, the ultimate person. He's on the outside looking in, and he has no ability to be relevant anymore, and it's got to be painful. But as you said and I said, CJ, we are not the architects of having people booted on YouTube. The reality is, no matter how much people hate you, they cannot get you off of YouTube. You have to do it to yourself.
Yep.
And that's exactly what he did. He was the architect of his own
demise.
banning on YouTube, exactly. So, of course, now the shockwaves, the bitterness of having to be a ham and egger, and as much as he'll tell you he's happy about it, you can tell he's miserable because he can't control it.
Saying it's a good thing that it happened. Oh, it's a great thing that happened to me. He is miserable, and anyone who knows him well enough knows. You can see it. And I like how he's spinning it, Rosie, to make it seem like it was his choice now. Like, we all know what happened. You doled out 129 strikes without checking if it was in your content, you dummy.
Yeah, they were like, listen, you idiots, if you keep striking people, we're going to kick you off. And do you want to keep doing this? You know, it's funny. He had a chance to take it back. He did, and he didn't. And that's why they got rid of him, you know?
Yeah, you have an option at that point. You can either give a 7-day removal notice or you can drop an immediate strike.
And he doubled down. He doubled down.
And worst of all, he took my own stream from Milwaukee and tried to strike that, then created 2 other channels to drop strikes on that stream. So I think that's certainly one of the candidates of why he got taken down off of
I think that's what really did him in, is by getting those other channels to strike you as well. I think that's what really, really made YouTube be like, nah, dude, fuck you. You know what I mean?
I think that was it. So now he is ultra miserable. You can tell he's unhappy. Yeah. Well, you know, dude, 46 years I worked. I'm still working part-time. Welcome to the melee, man. Welcome to the real world of the work world. You think we all love getting up in the morning and punching the clock, but we have responsibility and stuff. So get used to it, bro.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
I think it's crazy that he was able to function without a job since 2014.
I worked full time since I was I was emancipated at 15. So I even had working papers where I worked 40 hours a week and went to high school. And then my whole life, even when I had my son, I never had daycare, I can't imagine. And now just being on disability, I start this time of year. That's part of the reason I'm so disappointed, man. I was so looking forward. I'm so bored.
Yeah,
I can't, you know what I mean? I just had a rheumatoid arthritis episode. If I had a job, I wouldn't have been able to go for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know how and plus that tiny little space, I would love to be in an RV like that. But
I think it's a contributor. That's one of the reasons that I tried to get him out, at least to Las Vegas, once a year, to get him out of the can, because I think after a certain amount of time, that small confined space starts to mess with your mind.
Yeah, it's true. It's like a little.
And you can tell his mental.
Oh shit! Shane, thank you very much for the $5 donation.
Johnson donated $4.99 through Super
He's his cake club.
#HeezyHasCake Club.
Yeah, well, it's thank you, Shane. I appreciate it. It's like a little tin can prison, you know. It's what it is. It's what it is.
I think it messes with your mind over time. Hi, Bella Rose, and I think that it contributes to this psychosis. It brings you to the point now where you're against the world. Now, instead of just attacking me, it's the people that watch me that are stupid now. You know what I'm saying? No concept of what people want to see on YouTube. They think they want to, you think people will troll channel, attacking women, attacking other people on YouTube. That's not the kind of content that YouTube wants.
I agree. And I said, Rosie, I was so upset with he wasn't even out of your driveway before we started.
Oh my God! You scared the shit out of me. Oh my God! Jesus Christ! No, the donation. Jesus. Thank you, Shane, for the $25. Damn, thank you.
I have YouTube off right now. Thanks, Shane. That was cool of you.
Jesus, just scared. I saw Edwin in a thong, and it scared the shit out of me. Jesus. Anyway,
I'm just saying, that really, after Rosie, I know that you, I didn't go the Nicole. I didn't go the Nicole Esqua route. I just. He doesn't like me. He said a lot of nasty shit about me. I don't believe in guilt by association. I know you're a very loyal friend to people. You're loyal to people. So I just didn't come to your streams when he was there. You know what I mean? There was no reason for us. We still talk, So that was
Right.
no reason for me.
A lot of people were avoiding your channel at that time.
You gave up friendship
I know.
over him, and he treated you like that.
Yeah, like
are you
I don't think he
kidding me?
realizes how much of a burden on your channel he was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
He
he should be extremely grateful. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, the time he was here, I believe I lost over 300 to 400 subs on
Jesus,
my channel.
man, that's unfortunate.
I cared about afterward, publicly apologizing to people like Nicole and wishing her well, because you don't want to see people drop by the wayside. But that's the mark, I think, of somebody to stand up, that they say, hey, I was wrong, and I apologize, and I wish you well out there. I think that's the important thing. A psychopath will never do that.
Yeah.
They will never acknowledge their own shortcomings. They will never see anything wrong with
He's
themselves.
fucking ungrateful. He's fucking ungrateful. Like what you did for him, the building inside, and helping him, letting him stay there, all of it. Like, what more could you have done for the man?
All the labor that you put in, can you imagine if somebody would have charged him for that shit? And like Rosie got, I mean, I don't even know, CJ, if you know this, but Rosie got, I watched that one stream where it's funny now, but it wasn't funny. Rosie got cut and got some sort of fucking, I don't even know, it was some sort of fucking bacterial infection.
Oh, really? Jesus.
Yeah,
some Hulu infection or something. I don't know what the hell it was.
Oh, God.
She had a wound that wouldn't heal, and she said she heals shit. Her immune system's solid. So like whatever, some sort of like protozoa.
Some new disease spreading around, something new. Yeah.
Single cell amoeba. I don't know. He pulled up with a very wet rug that Norma, a fake Oriental runner that he had in the van, and there was a terrific leak in the side of the van, and that thing just absorbed water like a sponge, so it became like a petri dish for all kinds of, all the joy juice in there and everything else that was in there.
Jesus Christ. Man, I think it's nuts though. Like, you were so great to him though. Like, what more could you have done possibly? Like
what friends try to do. I had hopes that he would make a turn for the positive, but I hate to see this, DJ. When he left, he'd already concocted a plan, probably a month or two before he left the rancho, that he was going to have to go negative. Because let's face it, I mean, his channel numbers were terrible. His subscriber growth and everything was, right up to the end, it was terrible till he got a pop because he got booted. So he had to contrive a means to draw maximum attention when he left here. And the best way to do that is to turn me into a piñata and start backing me.
That's fucked up, though. That's so disgusting, though.
That was his content. That was it. That was his content.
So he always put YouTube before friendship. Always put YouTube first. So that's why he never maintains any. That's why he doesn't have any friends. He has no friends in real life. And even Mr. X, he turned his back on Mr. X. He stabbed Tasha. He stabbed Coates. Everybody that ever tried to be helpful in his life, he ended up cursing them or stabbing them. And
I think Coates helped them too, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. Coates did breaks, did all kinds. Yeah. Coates did all kinds of work. Tasha welcomed to his house. Laura's welcomed in. He takes his shirt off on Christmas Eve at her head.
Oh, so gross. Poor Laura. Laura, CJ, you don't know this one. I'll tell you real quick. Then I got to run out because it's 44 degrees and raining. It's been raining for 10 days.
Yeah.
So I've got to ride to the store, so I'm going to go take it. But let me just tell you really quick, CJ. So this sweet lady that's in the Boyd, Laura's Hope, she's like a God-fearing woman. She's older. I think she's in her late 50s. She's a widow. Just very sweet and kind. She did not want to see Elvis alone on Christmas. So she invited him to stay with her for a couple days over the Christmas, holiday.
Oh, no.
He walked in and started disrobing. Walked in and just immediately fucking started dropping his drawers. She was like, can you imagine? I can't imagine what her reaction. This sweet older woman. I can't even.
Well, then.
Imagine
you hit him with a broom.
Imagine that. Well, going into somebody's home and taking your shirt off and then laying in their lazy boy with.
Yeah, you got to hit him with a stick. You got to hit him with a stick. You got to shoo him out the door.
You would give him the Fagula, baby. Get the hell out of my house.
Get the fuck out of here.
right?
kidding. All right, I'm
Jesus.
gonna run out real quick. Hopefully, you'll still be here. I'm sorry. I gotta go. I gotta run this quick errand.
Oh, yeah, do your thing. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I'm glad you stopped by. It's all good. All right. So anyway, so yeah, it's crazy. This situation.
But now, TJ, the bitterness is setting in. The reality that you'll have to, where he had envisioned this life of living off everybody else's dime and escaping the imperative to be a productive and contributing member of society. So for the first time, he'll get a paycheck that says FICA withholding, federal with tax withholding, state tax, local tax. And that should send shivers up your spine of delight to know that, he's now within the system, and it'll probably trigger a massive IRS inquiry as to why this guy suddenly popped up his turtle head here to start being a taxpayer and what happened to the previous 6 or 7 years. So it'll be interesting.
What's up, Pokin Doyle? See you in the chat. How you doing? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, so what's he gonna do? He's just gonna pretty much use your name for content every little bit any chance he can now. That's it. Like,
yeah, but I dropped the hammer on he won't get a mention on my own.
Yeah,
but I'm happy to come on other people's channel. But he wants so desperately to get that daily that I just I close the door, and he'll use anything like Missy Jen, and Missy Jen and I still have a wonderful relationship. Prayers for Missy Jen, not for her, but for a family member. I'm not going to disclose much more, but Missy Jen and I have had long conversations in the last couple of days. She's going to be kind of up against it as a caregiver here. So please keep her in your thoughts and prayers. But that's what a very sick individual will do. Will try to, well, number one, everything will drop down to sexuality about whether I can, quote, get it up or not.
That was like what he said immediately, like the last stream he did. And
here's a guy that took Viagra to go down to a nude beach. Like, WTF?
That's
really?
all. Like, he's like, oh yeah, he's like, let's like, what was he on Street Life, sir? What the hell was the guy's name? He was on somebody's panel and he was trying to compare dick sizes, and he was like, I'll take some Viagra. I'll take some Viagra and let's whip it out right now. It's just like, what, dude? Like,
it just shows the degraded mind of an individual, that everything comes down to being a barbarian, and everything drops down to the lowest common denominator is always sexuality.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he hates women. Okay, he will try to. Well, he doesn't. It's trans gals down in Mexico and things like that. But if you're going to deny your own sexuality, everything that flows from that is a lie from that point onward, and it's a slap in the face to the LGBTQ community to be a denier like that and pretend that you're straight and all that. I mean, if you can't be honest about that, then you know what kind of mind. You know what kind of muddled and puddled mind that is, that has to deal with burying that kind of reality within and putting on this one outside facade.
Yeah.
And then this
Pokin Doyle.
The reality.
Pokin Doyle said it good. He's obsessed with everyone's sexuality because he's confused about his own. What do you think? Do you think he's confused, or he just lies publicly?
Exactly. With all respect, I love Pokin Doyle. They do good stuff. I don't think he's confused. I think he knows exactly what it is. But you have to be public one way, and then in your mind, when the camera turns off, you have to live the other reality of what you are, and that's it shows. A mental sort of psychosis in the mind that we can see how things degrade over time and get worse and worse and worse, because it's a struggle to stay relevant, and as a window licker, that's very hard to do.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you can't participate, I mean, all you got is the window. I don't know what he's gonna do, man.
Yeah. So all you can do from the cheap seats, from the bleachers, is just take pot shots and degrade people and talk about family. Because of him, my family got the hell trolled out of them and continue to because of him and all of the BS that he did. So he's going to have to deal with the future. He built that reality himself. Nobody else did, because I mind my own business. I never dropped a strike on anybody.
I know you are one of the calmest people I've seen. It's like since I've been around. Like I don't see you freak out or act crazy or anything like that. I mean, like, you are very nice to people. You know what I mean? Like, you are extremely kind. So for somebody to, like, go at you like this, it seems very forced, you know?
Well, you'll see today that the attack broadened to not just me, but the stupid people that watch you and me and Holly. And, how could anybody watch RealStream? How could anybody watch Holly? Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. In other words, it's an inability to see that you were the outlier in the group. You were the one that was doing content that was just driven by hate, controversy, by trolls. You have no longer have the ability to see what normal people enjoy on YouTube anymore. It doesn't make sense to you. It's like you're confused about what normal people watch and enjoy, like ghost streams when I'm going out there and wandering around. Normal people will love that at the holiday time. They're not stupid people. They're normal people.
Yep.
Abnormal people sit there and worry about people's sexuality, worry about, whether somebody can, quote, get it up or not, unquote. I mean, how many standard deviations outside of the norm is that? So, yeah, it's a real call for mental health intervention. And it'll probably get worse as winter comes and the reality of being a worker sets in. So, it's going to sound strange to say this. I pray for the guy. I pray that he has some kind of healing and some type of return to normality. But my gut instinct tells me that it's the kind of thing that the end of and all doesn't exactly have the happiest ending.
I mean, look, you were extremely nice to him, and he was ungrateful. And not only was he ungrateful, he decided to go even further and drag you online for his own, content for literally no reason, and I hate people who say like, oh, dead naming stuff, but he really is like, what he's doing to you is just gross. You know what I mean? Like, it's gross, like what he's doing is gross.
You're seeing the worst aspects of challenged mental health on display, and it's so patently obvious to everybody that far from being happy, he's absolutely the most miserable person on social media now. He tries to convince himself that things are good and he's got coin in his pocket and stuff. Hey, I'm glad you're working.
Yeah, like if I had him on here though, I'd ask him though, like, what the fuck else could Rosie have done for you? What did she not do for you that is making you this upset? Like, what more would have been like what would have been enough for you to not do this? You know what I mean? Like, what more could you have done?
I guess to not have one negative troll comment, but his whole existence was built on trolls. So when I'm doing live streams and doing the van build, I'm assuming, hey man, it's okay. I mean, I get trolled. People screw with me, so we're supposed to be tough people here on YouTube. And then he made up this fake story that turned the trolls, split our friendship. No, he split our friendship because he had a pre-made plan to go out there and decide when he left his property to refire up his channel. He was going to have to go as negative as he could go to get the attention. It's the same thing that happened in July, August. His channel was in the toilet. Okay, somebody had bought him 1,000 subs in July or something. Otherwise, he would have been at 8,000 subs or something. Which is one reason he's jealous of you, CJ, because you have over 12,000 subs. I mean, you built the channel, right?
Yeah.
And you built it in it's been controversial, but by and large, you're a very popular, positive person here on YouTube. But for him, the view counts were down, the subscriber growth had come to a grinding halt. So actually for him, he became more controversial, started putting the magnetic stickers back on the side of the van. He did the whole thing with Patrick, which I'm not going to venture a guess about the young guy's age. I don't know. I'm not going to make a statement about that, but the optics of that look crazy on YouTube.
Oh, they really do. They really do.
A 48-year-old man would be hanging around with a
bad idea, bad move.
Yeah, bad idea. You got to really wonder what you would have in common, and that's he did things like that to try to get the channel up, and then he had Napoleon's 100 days when he came back from his ban, and he thought he was going to ride high again. Well, it doesn't work that way. So, like Napoleon, he got the final death blow at Waterloo, and that was it. So he has to deal with the reality that he would love to be back on YouTube tomorrow, but
it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
No.
It's not going to happen because as many times as he's been terminated, it's just like that's almost an automatic with Blind Flag. So he'll tell you one thing about how happy he is to be off it, but it's a total case of misery.
I think we'll see him decline. I think we'll see his like mental state just decline further and further as the months go on.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with the cold weather and all that. But, I don't have a lot of sympathy, CJ, because of all the years that I worked and my feet hit the floor at 4:30 a.m. and, did morning videos and then would be at work at 6 a.m. in the morning. I got no sympathy for it's what we should do, right?
That's everybody has to do it. Like I gotta be honest though, like you can't like I've seen some people on here like they get too invested in like whatever they think social media is, and then they think that they can make that their full-time job before it's there, and they still think that it's their full-time job. Like that was never his full-time job. He just thought it was, but that was a big mistake for him, and now he is where he is.
Well, he was always jealous as other people instead of Mike Living Free, because I may not agree with everything that Mike Living Free and does in the way of funding himself, but he at least puts out positive content, edited content. Same thing with Camper Van Kevin, Wanderlust Estate, Nomadic Fanatic. They were just people that he was insanely jealous of, and he knew he could not compete with them on a positive platform of producing content that somebody would want to see. So he decided to go the John Cena wrestling route and decide I've got to be the dirtiest player in the game to get the attention. Well, you see what happens to dirtiest players in the game on YouTube. They get shown the gate on here because he didn't recognize that YouTube has changed a lot with their toughening up of rules and harassment and bullying. And the monetization is much harder to achieve. But the big mistake is thinking that YouTube is going to support you and not, doing your other work and putting your priority on that and then turning to YouTube. I worked my years. I spend a lot of time on YouTube because I love YouTube. I love sharing my life. But I don't have to sit around with my thumb up my ass and wonder about how in the hell I'm going to put food on the table, because I did put my ducks in a row and get things lined up.
So I really think he's gonna try to come back. I know he's not gonna make it, so it'll be funny. So I really think he's gonna try to come back though. Like I think he's gonna decline like his mental state the next couple months, and then he's gonna try to come back. I really see it happening. So.
I think that you're probably correct. Would I lift a finger about it? No. I mean, like I said, he had to push me to extraordinary lengths to lift a finger. And as you know, I didn't even know when you reach 25,000 subscribers, you have a super entree direct into YouTube support, which I never knew about. I'm not the kind of person to, Well,
you didn't need it. You didn't really need it, so you didn't really know. I get it.
I didn't need it, and I'm not the kind of person to flag people. I've got people on my copyright page that have used my stuff since 2013 that have gotten tens of thousands of views. I still don't strike them. Oh, the guy's got some,
I mean, a lot of it is free promotion too, and that's another thing. Yeah. Like Elvis was going off at me and talking shit at me, like saying you don't have any fucking content, or you don't have any content. RealStream, you're just out here covering other people. Like that's the whole point of my channel is to like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He failed to understand that you are a commentator on channels, and most of the things that you're going to comment on are of course drama, where people are going at each other or things, and you provide like a platform where people can come on and discuss it. And I've seen you get your ass handed to you.
Oh yeah.
Augie streamed and other people, they use you like a piñata, so you can stand up to the hits too.
Like but, I don't mind it, like if someone's going to talk about me, I want to be there. If someone's going to talk about me, I'll be there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not just going to let somebody go off on a tangent. Like, all right, you want to talk about me? Then talk to me. Go ahead. Let's do that.
Right. I'm not the kind of person to flag that. So he had to push me to extraordinary means by trying to, as I've always compared it to, like the Sopranos, where maybe the New York gang tries to take out the New Jersey gang, right? But they don't do a clean job of it. They leave some people alive. And you know what's going to happen. You're going to get the fuckola up the rear end when come back. So I took that as an opportunity to hit back and hit hard.
Yeah.
And exercise that option to contact YouTube. And it took a little while. And if he comes back, it's not going to really be, there'll be enough people I don't have to do anything in regard to that. Would he love to be back? He'd love to be back in a heartbeat, because it was the gravy train for him, but it's a gravy train that he derailed himself, and he was the architect of his own disaster. By the worst thing that ever happened to him, CJ, was YouTube putting out that tab on the Creator Studio page that has copyright, where you can see that where other people are using your content.
Yep.
And he saw that. He licked his chops when he saw Rosie O'Kelly and the Milwaukee stream, which was my stream. And he figured all he has to do was drop the strike on that and use it from create other channels and strike that, and it would just take me off in one fell swoop. Well, for a matter of a few minutes, I was off. My channel was taken out. And then there was a quick reversal on the 23rd of August that retracted one of. They must have immediately known it was bullshit. So at that point, I determined that it was on.
Yeah. Well, he must have been copyrighting a whole bunch of channels. That's the thing, and they were like, no. Anyways, Bedazzling Art wanted me to ask you, Bedazzling Art with Michaela said they want to know when you're coming to Nebraska, if you're coming.
I wanted to tell you, I wanted to see, I want to meet. I like CJ a lot. I love Holly. And I really wanted to come east for the streaming house. But we can see on a daily basis now how things are degrading in terms of the COVID, the economic, the unrest is starting to rise again, and protests. We got this election coming up. And I envision myself being on the road and possibly reaching New York State with a California license plate and hitting a toll booth or something like that coming into New York. And, I'm reported in as California, and they have some kind of, they already said, Cuomo already said he wants to keep Californians in a 2-week quarantine. Now they've set up hotels that they will escort people to those hotels for 2 weeks to sit in those hotels. And I thought to myself, wow. I would love to be, but so I had to tell CJ, I had to message him. I said, this is looking pretty bleak right now. And he understood.
I was thinking at first it might have been worth the risk until I looked into it more, and it's just not. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like what they're doing, it's not worth it. Oh, Ripley wants to know what Elvis's van smelled like. Can you comment on that?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't lie about things. When the band came here, it was water soaked and it was very musty, but it never really smelled that bad. But it was horrendous, the amount of wood rot and moisture that was in that destruction that had been done in that van. I don't know how you can let a van leak for a year or two and just pour water onto the floor. It just astounds me actually the worst smell was the Shine Shack after he'd been in there for a couple months, because he would just let dirty, stinky clothes lay around and things. And but I made him clean it up. I guess he got pissed off about that. But hey, man, and you ran my water bill, my electric bill up to $400 a month with half-hour showers. The reason I knew that, he came out one day and complained, hey, there's not enough hot water. And I'm thinking, dude, I got a 30-gallon hot water heater, electric out there, and that's not enough. I said, how long are you showering? He said 30 minutes. I'm like, holy, what? Are you kidding me?
That's crazy. What an asshole. He wasn't paying bills, right? He wasn't.
And I showed him the $400 bill, and he ripped the sink off. He pulled the sink away from the wall, and it was just, he got grease on the side of the bill. It's just there was no recognition on his part that he was a slob. So
that's crazy. What an asshole. Like, that's what I mean by what more could you have done for him? Like
nothing. So he took the opportunity to split the friendship to rebuild his brain dead channel that he had. He couldn't be satisfied to slowly rebuild in a positive way. He talked about this plan. He had to showcase the van. I'm just going to park the van on the parking lot and open the doors and let people come up to me and talk about the van. And
Yeah.
do RV review. He never did another, or he never did anything.
I think I saw some people pissed because they were like, fucking, he's just using fucking Rosie. Like, I saw some people who were genuinely upset about that,
Yeah.
And like, I think some people left on that because they didn't want to see that happen to you, just. I don't know.
So now he grabs at anything he can about he can't get it up, the nonsense about Missy Jen, who still loves me dearly, and I love her, and I will always have her back, and she will always have my back. So that's unshakable. So whatever he, this is what a warped mind can do. It can contrive a scenario where you are the one that put a wedge between Missy Jen and I. When Missy Jen's whole intention was to make her way back to Germany because she has a sister that is losing her eyesight, and Missy Jen lost her mother.
Oh.
She really, this sister has nobody left except Missy Jen. And I can imagine that family comes first, and
Yeah.
she wants to make her way back to Germany, and now she's dealing with the situation here in the U.S. of having to be a caregiver and things like that. So, again, a window licker, somebody that's on the outside looking in, will always be able to construct in their mind his or her own scenario of what they hope things are, but are not in reality. But you can see, CJ, that the mental illness of everything degrades to whether you can get it up or not, or something like that.
It's always like, or like, hey, let's measure dicks, or you're not a man, and it's just like, dude, can you just shut the fuck up? Like, why does everything have to, exactly, why does everything devolve into that? Like, why, like, yeah. It's really cringe.
Exactly.
It's really cringe.
That tells you, so it's a cry for a mental health intervention for sure. So, who knows? I don't know what the future really holds. I am happy that, he stopped being a leech on YouTube. And
Well, he was upset too because I was like, listen, you need to shut the fuck up and just, why don't you come on here and why don't you confront Rosie since you got so much to say? And he's like, no, like he didn't want to come on here, and he acted like he wanted to confront me and you. But when it came to anything I was actually saying, he was ignoring it and saying, like, nonsense,
Because facts speak. You know what I mean? Facts speak. And in the court of public opinion, people saw real time, day to day. And could I have made things more padded and more feather bedded and asked, and, don't say anything negative. Blah, 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 blah. I remember one time I told my moderators, let's keep stuff nice. And I told, let's try not to have negative comments. Let's be positive. And one of my moderators said, "This is me being positive."
Yeah, right.
I can't reshape people's opinions about it. I can't make people like you when they've been treated like dogs by you. I can't. They're going to take every opportunity, like you've taken with me. You've ensured that people reach out and try to hurt my family with continuous trolling, things like that. Still send nasty stuff here to the Rancho. You have your own psychotic backers and things that they themselves need mental health intervention. But I can't control that. But I have been able to have the guy that got my two guys that arranged the SWAT on the Rancho are being sentenced in mid-November now and forwarded in Virginia. So, I've had the ability to, to hit back a little bit too. But there was a tremendous cost of this guy that only now am I realizing how costly and what a psychotic individual this really was.
It's crazy. Like, what nice can, get you, what being nice to some people can get you, like really, due to something else. He really is to something else. And he kept saying like dumb shit like, oh, you live in Rochester and you live in your mother's basement and you drive this car, you smoke weed all day. I'm like, literally, I've never said any of that. What the hell are you talking about? Like, he just kept saying it over and over.
Because you have a large platform, you will naturally become a amplifier for him to try to make himself relevant on social media. Now, that's your job, is to cover what's going on, and you're a commentator on commenter on what goes on YouTube. I get that. That's the backbone of your channel.
Yeah.
So, like it or not, that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
But for me, I was able to now just close the door and just give the freeze out on my channel, so he will not get a mention anymore or any attention.
I think that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing because he doesn't deserve it on your channel anymore, anyways. You know,
he doesn't, and he wants so desperately to get that daily clapback, because, you know, a window licker hopes that somebody will raise the window, but it's not going to happen on YouTube. So I'm not giving that attention anymore. So, but as far as, that's why he attacks you, because you do have the mouthpiece, you do have the platform, you do have the relevancy, you do cover a broad range, not just what goes on in the Void, but with other communities too. And he's very jealous, and plus you have more subscribers than he does.
I try to cover a bunch of different stuff, because like my community is all over the place. You know, like I try to cover, you know, what's going on in the Boy, average YouTubers, or just like any type of drama that just pops off. Like if it piques my interest, I start to talk about it. You know what I mean? That's just how I go about it.
So I think it worked out good. So that's been my reply now. So you know, I don't really care what's said about me anymore. I have people, oh, did you see? He sent me a message. Did you hear what he said? Or did you see what he said? Look, it's the same old broken record. It's the same old, you know, bitterness now bubbling up. It's this ill-fated attempt to convince yourself that you're happy.
Yeah.
When you've lost control, you've literally lost control of your life. Now, you are what you laughed at other people for being for years, which is a ham and egger. You used to laugh at people for years. You're dumb. You're corporate slaves. You're out there ham and egging. Your life is not your own. Get yourself a van. Get on the road. Tell the man to stick it and do it. Well, he's now trying to praise what he hated and spoke against for years.
Remember, he said he's corporate Elvis Travels now. Remember, corporate Elvis Travels. So with the he says that there's tailored suits, but they're not at all. Like, why does he even try to say that? Like, bro, we know those suits are not tailored. Cut it out. Like, they're not custom. Cut it out. Like,
you know, I just don't know. You know, I don't really know. I never cared about how people. I'm sloppy myself a lot of times. I never really cared about how people dressed.
Me either.
This is why he comes. I just wanted you to know this. In my opinion, this is why he comes, because you have a big platform, and many people will watch this over the next 48 hours. You'll probably get well over 2,000 views. People will stop by and watch this, so it makes you very, very relevant in the community. It's the same reason he came on Street Life's channel. Now he attacks Street Life as being a beta boy, and when actually Street Life is a very good person. He does a nice evening hangout, and you know, he's trying to do the same thing to get the clap back from him. So like I said, I'm happy. I've cut it off now. I've got life to lead. I got guys, friends coming up. You know, I got a lot of friends, and I'm proud of that. He doesn't have one single friend in life. Nothing.
Well, it's because you're good to people. You know what I mean? And
the only way he can think about having sex is buying it. That's all. And
that's all he keeps talking about, too. He's just like, do you have money to go down to Tijuana and buy all these women? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
How about you know, whether it's a woman, whether it's a trans woman, whether it's a guy, how about wooing their heart and trying to really challenge yourself to be somebody that they may actually want to be with, instead of somebody that you have to pay to be with?
Like,
how about that? That shows you the degradation of the mind, that all that person is a piece of meat and nothing more. This is one of the big turnoffs of being with him in Tijuana and Mexicali and San Luis and Los Algodones. Everything always evolved around sex and get into the brothel, let's go to the club. And by the time we got to Reno, I just had it. I was on the hot mic, open mic about talking about, just tell people you went and just they'll believe. I never had to buy sex in my life. Okay. And I believe there's a real joy in wooing the heart of a woman. And
yeah. Like I don't think it's something to brag about. It's definitely not something to brag about. And I think that whole Patrick stream, I think that's what that situation ultimately was. I think he told that kid like, "Hey, I'll pay you," you know what I mean, and whatever, let's hook up, and like whether he knew the kid was. Whether he knew the kid was young or not, whatever, I don't know. I mean, how could you not know? But the point is, I think that's what it was, and I think he was trying to flex, like, on stream that he was buying a prostitute, and I that really disturbs me. You know?
It's just like there's more to life. It's like I went down there and I tried to. He talks about it. I did a video called Cinematic T1, and I think it has well over 100,000 views. And I showed people this stark. I took my smartphone, I put it on the stick, and I walked. We did the night food scene, and then I did that walk down Prostitute Row in Tijuana, and people commented on that video how sad and heartrending it was to see girl after girl after girl leaning against the side of the building with skirts up their butts and tops cut down and things. And what a sad life that is. And the message, and I put that to Jar of Hearts by Christine Period. And it, I think people got the message of that. What a stark and empty existence that is. Those girls have to be there because they really have no other means of supporting themselves. Can I feel sorry for them? Yes. But I also wonder about the people that partake in that trade, just like the people that go to Thailand and the Philippines and they partake in the trade.
And I think it's crazy though. He likes to brag about exploiting it, and it's just like, why? There's nothing about that is like cool at all. Like none of it, like
it's disgusting, and it just horrified me to see this basic cattle call and what they have to do to just economically support themselves in a very tough economy, and then people with that mindset that go down and every waking moment is about that, and it's not even about that. It's about trans women, and so that whole thing is a lie too about what you're seeking out.
Yeah.
Streets of Mexicali, walking down some dark street to.
I remember that. Like that. I don't know that in itself. Again, like we spoke about that. I just think that's very strange they did that.
Degrading women, as you said, CJ. The whole MGTOW thing is just, it's such, what I call men grabbing their own wieners. It's such I think to myself, good, you guys stay over there.
I know, right?
It's less competition for real men that can appreciate.
At least we know what you're doing, and we can see where you're at. You stay over there. You know what I mean? You fuck, man.
That's what I'm saying. I would rather have my challenges in life and respect and appreciate and love women than to be one of these people that is just their head so wrapped around the power that women have gained in society these days that they can't really cope with that, and it's mind-numbing to me that we should be applauding women for the gains that they've made in the equality and the.
I agree. Yeah.
And to tear them down and say, well, I can't be with a woman because she would want to get everything I have. Dude, you got nothing. Okay?
The whole thing of MGTOW is to hold, like, I've looked into this recently, and like they're all about like just pretty much using women to have sex, and that's pretty much it. That's it. Everything else, like they think it weighs them down, and like I don't get that. Like, you think falling in love or like the concept of love is weighing you down? I don't understand that. That's kind of weird.
It's really somebody that's really never known probably true love. It's all been sexual, attraction, but everything goes down to a degrading of. It goes to a sexual level.
I mean, if you live like that, though, how can you actually feel? I don't know. Like, that's just
who can get it up? Who can't get it up? I've never put myself. I wore a bottom on the beach in Black's Beach in San Diego. I never put it on display for him, whether it could or not. You know what I mean? It's just. But he's the one that had to take Viagra and try to strut around like a like a peacock on the. It's. You tell me about that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like it's got to be a cold existence, though. You know what I mean? Just to be like, oh, like I don't need women, or whether it's like whether you want someone who's trans or or whatever. Like there's nothing wrong with wanting the opposite sex. So to be like, oh, I'm just want to have it just for sex is like I don't know.
I do pray for him, and do I wish I could have changed some things? Yeah. But at least I've gone on my way, CJ, to publicly make apologies to people and to come out and tell people I want to do better and try to do better and try to make better decisions going forward in life. And don't do the same stupid stuff again. And by and large, since the time that I cut him off in February, when he started shit talking on me, I think I've moved in a very positive direction and avoided those those pitfalls of things. But there'll always be a price that I pay. There'll always be haters out there, but by and large, I'm pretty happy about what I do, and I can't help it. You can call people stupid to come onto my channel, but numbers don't lie. A stream like I'm doing last night, a spook stream, when you can put 3,000, 4,000 people on. I mean, they're not having a bad time. They're having a great time.
It's fun. Like that type of stuff is fun.
And it's normal.
Exactly.
And it's normal. And you don't have to tear anybody to pieces.
Exactly. It's a good point. It's a good point. Like that type of stuff that like I don't know. I got to do that. Like I think that's what I'm going to do the rest of the month. The next couple of weeks, since we're not doing the streamer house now. I think that's what I'm going to invest my time in to like get back into IRL myself. It's fun. It's fun. It
is. It's something I determined at the end of October. I said, you know what? I've been doing mostly recorded content. But I don't know if you know, CJ, I've met some other IRL streamers from the IP2 network, Captain Content, all kinds of other people. And it really reinstilled in me my love for why I love IRL streaming. So I decided for the rest of October that I would really hit hard to streaming. And I've had a blast doing it, Yeah. You and I both know how cool it is to have interaction on your stream when the text-to-speech is working. It's fun.
Yeah.
And you're out there. I saw you chooching around the streets and stuff like that. So you're having a good time.
Yeah, I think I might go back to doing some like graveyard ghost box type stuff for the next couple weeks and get more into that because it's really interesting and you like. I don't know, like doing that type of stuff, you can really.
And I think you're a very entertaining person to watch when you're out there. You're very, you have a tinge of controversy, which makes you also very watchable.
Yeah, I know, right?
At the end of the day, you'll take the camera, you walk down the street. And, not everybody can do that. Keep the camera. Sometimes it goes bad, like it did in Vegas when the guy snatched my, sneak attacked me and snatched my camera.
Yeah.
But it is fun and it is ballsy to go out there. But you are bringing real life and real content to people.
It's fun though. Like, and I love your streams. You make great content, and I like. It sucks that we can't do the streamer house, but I know we'll do it. We'll do it at some point.
Do the streaming house, and you're always welcome to come out here and spend time in California. As you know, I've got the Shine Shack, and I host people all the time.
How is it out there for the virus? Like, how is it like for the virus? Bad, huh? Damn.
The rating goes from purple to green, and with 5 gradations. And I happen to be in one of the few purple counties left here, Sonoma County.
Yeah.
Which the infections are hard. We can't even get out of stage 1 of our closure. Still have no. They tried indoor dining for a while. Then they removed it again. They had the bars open for a while. Then they shut the bars.
I heard they're about to do that over here too. They're about to go back a phase.
And it's made it really shitty, CJ. It's really effed up because we're gonna lose restaurants, we're gonna lose bars, and it's gonna be a spiral that sucks up more.
It's already happened over here. Like there's convenience stores that nearby where I live, they've had to pack it up. You know, like
that's what I'm saying. And it's a spiral. It's almost like a death spiral.
yeah.
And we really sacrificed our economy for the sake of this. Now people can argue, and yeah, you should stay safe, but Sweden never got into the lockdowns. They lost people, but they've managed to pull through.
I mean, it's a tough situation. What do? Either you lie down and die, or you just literally like you can't make any money. Like, so what do you do? You know,
at the end of it all, CJ, you know what it's ultimately going to be? I don't have any faith in a vaccine because we haven't developed a vaccine against SARS. We have no vaccine against AIDS. There's still, it's not as easy as you would think it is because a virus is continuously changing its RNA, its ribonucleic acid structure in it. So it's a moving target.
yeah.
But that being the case, ultimately it's going to be herd immunity anyway. We're all going to have to either have an immunity to it, we're going to have to be one of the people that doesn't asymptomatic, or we're going to have to go through the illness, just like in 1917 to 1919. With the Spanish flu, there was no, there were no vaccines. There was nothing. People just went through it. They lived or they died. And that's the way to go.
Sad stuff. It really is. Anyways, well, I'm glad you came on and everything like that. I know you got to get going soon. Anyways, it's getting close to like we were saying like 12, right? The people stopping by.
Yeah,
but
people they'll be here about 7 or 9 o'clock tonight. But I want to get things tied up. You're always welcome to come out here.
Yeah.
DJ, put your fund into a plane ticket, man, and come on out. Let's chooch, man.
That's not a bad idea. I think we should give it like a month, let this cool down, and we'll see where it's at. Yeah,
come on out. I'm sure your people would sponsor you to come out here to the West Coast, and
definitely
do a lot of chooching. Go down to San Francisco, kick around a few California style graveyards, and come on out and enjoy the rancho.
Definitely.
You have an open invitation. Meantime, I really enjoy your content. I don't always know everything about everybody you talk about, but that's a tribute to how far wide-ranging your coverage is.
Yeah,
of the,
that's the best. That's the best part. You got to introduce everybody to all these different people. Yeah.
Thank you for having me on today, and thank you to the Stop Chat for being here. And as I said, CJ, I've already dropped I've already closed the door on any more commenting on, I'm happy to come on your panel, but as far as giving him a mention anymore on my platform, it's too important to me. I care too much about the people on my platform to go for the low-hanging fruit of talking about that.
No, I understand. Well, I appreciate you coming on and at least talking to me about it. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what your channel is designed
for. We'll have you come back again, and we'll talk about some other different type of shit anyways. But, all right. You have a good one, Rosie. Thanks again. All right. Peace out. Later. All right. Well, that's Rosie, man. I love Rosie. She's great. Unfortunate about the streamer house and everything like that we're gonna have to like kind of push it back. But I mean, ultimately, it is what it is. I mean, what we're gonna get stuck out there for 2 weeks. I mean, or get fined like $2,000. That's crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Will this stay up? Yes, it will stay up. It will. It's just crazy. It really is. I don't know. But listen, guys, I'm gonna start doing some more members content. So if anybody does like want to join, feel free. Links in the description. Make sure you do if you are interested in getting involved with some of the members content. I'm gonna be starting to put more stuff there, more videos, and I'm also in the works of working on another channel as well, because I kind of feel like this channel is kind of getting like blacklisted a little, and I want to see if I really am. So I'm working on another channel as well. It's called Drama Now. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Anyways, I want to thank anybody who donated today. Thank you. Check out Rosie's channel, links in the description. Check out Holly's channel, it's in the description. Hold on. Oh shit, we got almost like 100 likes. Oh shit. Thank you guys for being here. I had fun. And yeah, I'm gonna go. You donated cake. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, you did, Easy? Is that right? Well, thank you. Alright. I'm gonna go, guys. I hope you guys have a good night. Have a good day. And I'll see you on the next one, alright? You guys have a good one, alright? Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace out.